Stop putting the same generic monogram on every wedding. Swap 2 initials into a template and it may look elegant, but it could belong to any couple. A wedding logo should feel personal, work across every part of the day, and remain useful long after the invitations are sent. Here is how to create an original editable vector mark in seconds. Most wedding logo makers solve speed by sacrificing identity. They offer the same wreaths, scripts, rings, and floral frames to thousands of couples, then export a small flat image. The result breaks when a stationer needs another color, a sign maker needs a larger file, or a vendor asks for clean vector artwork. SVG Genie turns a plain English wedding story into editable SVG artwork. Describe the couple, venue, season, symbols, initials, date, mood, and practical uses. You get scalable vector directions that can be refined for invitations, signs, menus, favors, websites, and keepsakes without tracing pixels or starting over. Data4SEO surfaced Wedding Logo Maker at about 210 monthly US searches. Current YouTube results focus on free AI logo tricks, Illustrator demonstrations, and long Canva monogram tutorials. The missing promise is simple: create a distinctive visual signature quickly, keep the source editable, and make it work as a real wedding system. Begin with the story, not the initials. What feels unmistakably yours? It might be the oak tree at the venue, the coastline where you met, 2 cities connected by a flight, a flower from a family garden, or the dog who will walk down the aisle. One meaningful symbol beats a pile of wedding cliches. Let us create a mark for Maya and Arjun marrying at a coastal garden in Goa. Their initials are M and A. They want a relaxed modern celebration with bougainvillea, an ocean horizon, and a small rising sun. The logo must feel warm and editorial, not tropical themed, ornate, or obviously generated. Now turn that into a precise prompt, intertwined M and A monogram inside an open oval, 1 restrained bougainvillea branch, a minimal horizon and rising sun, elegant high contrast. Lettering, warm cream and deep plum with 1 coral accent, balanced negative space, no gradients, and clean editable SVG shapes. A few seconds later, you have several vector directions instead of 1 locked template. The initials, branch, sun, horizon, frame, and date remain editable elements. You can simplify the flower, widen the letter spacing, remove the frame, change the palette, or create a 1-color version without rebuilding the entire identity. Compare the deliverables. A transparent PNG may be enough for 1 website header, but it becomes soft on a welcome sign and awkward for foil, engraving, or vinyl cutting. An SVG stores real geometry, stays crisp at every size, and gives each vendor a cleaner starting point for their production method. Use this prompt formula. Name the couple, initials, date, venue, season, and emotional tone. Add 1 or 2 meaningful symbols, the desired structure, type personality, palette, and forbidden cliches. Finish with balanced negative space, readable initials, separate editable elements, and both full color and 1-color vector logic. Test whether the initials actually read. Decorative overlaps can quickly turn an M into a scribble or hide one partner's letter behind the other. Do the mark small, show it to someone who has not seen the brief, and ask what they read first. Romance is not an excuse for illegible typography. Build a small identity system, not 1 overloaded badge. Keep a primary logo with the full names or date, a compact monogram for seals and favors, and a simple symbol for tiny uses. They should share the same line weight, spacing, and visual idea so every piece feels connected without forcing identical layouts everywhere. Now test the system across real touchpoints. Save the date, invitation, envelope liner, wedding website, welcome sign, seating chart, menu, cocktail napkin, favor tag, strobe booth, dance floor, and thank you card. A strong mock adapts to each format. A fragile one only looks good in the original mock-up. Ask vendors what they need before finalizing files. Foil stamps, embossing, engraving, embroidery, vinyl cutting, and digital printing have different minimum lines and gaps. Supply dimensions, color references, outline type when requested, and a 1-color vector. The vendor's production specification always beats a pretty screen preview. Choose colors that survive the real materials. Green paper, clear acrylic, natural linen, gold foil, and projected screens all change contrast. Keep a full palette for digital and print, plus solid dark, solid light, and single-color versions. If the logo only works in 1 delicate color combination, it is not finished. Print the mark at invitation size and at the smallest favor, tag size. Then mock it at welcome sign scale. Set fine lines, counters, spacing, and the date. Proof special finishes on the actual stock when possible. Using 1 week stroke before hundreds of invitations are printed is much cheaper than admiring it afterward. Because the master is SVG, a designer can refine paths in Illustrator, Figma, or Inkscape, a stationer can recolor it without degradation, and a sign maker can scale it cleanly. Keep the editable source, approved fonts, palette values, one-color versions, and final exports together so vendors are not rebuilding your logo independently. The best wedding mark can live beyond 1 day. Remove the date and it may become a return address stamp, anniversary card, photo album cover, home sign, or family keepsake. That does not mean designing a corporate brand. It means creating something personal enough to deserve a life beyond the seating chart. You can try SVG Genie free with no credit card required. After that, credit packs start at $9 with no subscription to cancel. If one editable wedding logo replaces a generic template, prevents a blurry sign, and gives every vendor a consistent master, the value is immediate. So stop settling for a monogram that could belong to anyone. Go to svgenie.com, describe your story, initials, settings, symbols, style, and real-world uses, generate an original editable SVG wedding logo, test it from favorite tab to welcome, sign, and keep one sharp visual signature for the celebration and everything that comes after.